Kindly make this your last round. You can touch your right ear to conclude the practice. Now let's start Brahmari Pranayama. Kindly make this your last round. Relax your shoulders. Today they are starting the 3-day festivity at Ayodhya Rama temple. Towards the Prana Pratishtha, 7 more temples. It's a sheer coincidence again. That morning when I was going through Times of India online. So today, tomorrow, and day after. So our 499, 500, and 501st days. These milestones are also coinciding with Rama temple. Just thought keep you informed. You can adopt Yoni Mudra or Chin Mudra. With a smile, keep your mouth closed and gradually become aware of each and every sound that you can witness. Some of you may have single sounds. Some of you may hear multiple sounds. With a smile and mudra intact, just be with the sounds. Now, from the sounds, be aware of your breath. With a smile, notice the entry and exit of breath through the nostrils. Now let's be aware of the spiritual heart, the center of the chest. Invoke the divine presence. Let's start the mantra sadhana. Let's just be with the mantra. Check the mudra, steadiness of posture, and the smile, and be with the mantra. Sometimes the mind may doze off or travel. With all the love and compassion, keep getting the mind to the mantra practice. Your smile, the mudra, and steady posture help in this process. Gradually conclude the practice. Let's thank the Divine Presence, the Mantra Devata. Let's thank our Mother and Father. Let's thank the Guru Mandala. Let's thank the network of teachers, your Kula Devata, Grama Devata, Ishta Devata, Mahaganapati. Thank yourself, Mother Earth. Thank the cosmos. Let's pray and chant for cosmic well-being. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Rub your palms, generate some heat. Apply the warmth to your eyelids. Transfer the warm sensation. Hold the palms like an open book. And if the few blinks, look into it. Familiarize your eyes before looking elsewhere. Thank you. Those of you who have some time and stay back. Others, if you wish to log off, it's your prerogative. So I thought, let me register some of the thoughts in the short format so that it will be helpful for people who are joining new in future, and they can just watch what's going on in this video. See, the main purpose of this is to somehow bring in the Nitya Karma, Anushtana, into each of our lives. Traditionally, the teaching community called the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, whose main duty is to protect, then Vaishyas who handle the trade, and the Shudras who was the entire backbone of the community. Each of them had this process at some point in time in ancient history. So we see this from even the war, Mahabharata war. The break was given at sunset so that they can get back and do their Sandhya Vandana. And this is a routine in India. So the Gurukula system taught this process to everyone. Gradually, like every system undergoes a change, even the people who are supposed to be custodians of this Anushtana, 3 times a day it is done, it is reducing, and at most once people are able to do, that is fine. But what this process gave them is the ability to be objective. So at every 6 hour intervals, they were able to withdraw from the thick of action, pulls and pushes of senses, and just were there with them. Because the transactional world, including their family, is only transitory. So from one life to other, like the passengers change in the train journey every time we go, people around us also are like that. Okay, at some point, this journey has to end. For that, each of us should look within. So this process, 3 times a day when they did, they had a lot of objectivity. Naturally, they lived as per the rhythm of nature, but we lost when you always are outward looking, like today, when you are constantly scrolling shorts or Instagram, if you notice how the time flies, we don't know, and we are only looking outward. So these timings in the day helped people to withdraw and introspect and plan their next portion of the day accordingly. And today, this is in English, you call it a pause between your activities. So, what we thought is why not we at least have this practice continuously coming out from Srimad, supported by Foundation for Indic Wisdom, so that once a day each of us can just withdraw, completely analyze what's happening, and then proceed with a balance throughout the day. It's the main intention. So, if we are able to travel this far, honestly, it is because of Guru Raj Rao, who is here, who ensured that we never suffered a single day break. So, more than 50 sessions out of this 499 at crucial moments, he has stepped in and helped us to have an uninterrupted journey for each of us here. Okay, so that is very important because starting is very easy. And that is why in life, we never try to venture anything alone. First, we don't need to do everything alone. The entire cosmos is ready to help us. We need to trust and be open. So that I would like to place on record of his extraordinary contribution, consistency in practice. If we take our attendance, his attendance is actually more than mine. So that is the level of consistency he has brought into the practice. Now, this 20, we started with a 24-minute module. Later, made it a 27 plus 1 minute to include the Brahmari Pranayama also as part of it. The reason to include Brahmari Pranayama is most of the time we find in day-to-day life today, our cognition levels are dipping and digestion is also having a problem due to the heavy stress we undergo, and we don't eat in time and we eat things which we are not supposed to eat. So all these three things are there. So what happens when we do Brahmari Pranayama is, apart from helping our brain to generate gamma, which facilitates concentration, cognition, everything, it also activates the vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve from the cranium. It goes till the down, and it helps us to have heart health and then also the digestive health apart from brain health. So in one process, we are able to take care of the daily housekeeping in the heart and the digestive system also. So this is a very important process. Second, it enhances SpO2 release. So it builds immunity in the body also. And the lung capacity improves over a period of time. And the studies have said 30 days of continuous Brahmari practice helps us to have proper cognition skills. And when we consistently do, we are there. Just visualize if we are able to do this 3 times a day, it will be phenomenal, right? And then the perennially practiced pranayama in this Nitya Karma Anushtana of a history of minimum 7,000 years from the Ramayana time is the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Before proceeding to that, there are innumerable ways of doing Brahmari Pranayama, but we have shared the simplest and the efficacious way to do so that we don't get into any kind of intellectualizing it. Basic will give you the simplest things, will give the greatest results. Now, this Nadishodhana Pranayama, generally what they will say is they will name it Anuloma and Viloma if we are not holding the breath, which is called Kumbhaka. But we are not getting into the technicality and directly calling it Nadishodhana Pranayama because to hold the breath, we need capacity. Correct. When you even hold water with both of your hands, you need the capacity to hold without having these holes, apertures. So we are not bothered about holding it. That is a personal process which you sit one to one with the teacher. They will assess and build your capacity. Here we are doing Nadi Shodhana because it is akin to the housekeeping. Like how you feel fresh every day after brushing your teeth, taking bath, finishing your ablutions. Externally you cleanse. Similarly, internally, there are 72,000 subtle energy channels. Each of them is considered to invoke an intelligent function. So there will be housekeeping needed every day because the emotions we undergo, the stress we undergo, clog these subtle energy channels. Okay. So when we do Nadi Shodhana, what we are doing is we are consciously cleansing this from our side as much as possible. Traditionally, 30 rounds were prescribed with it is split between the three meditation times, which I was telling you. The Sandhi means the meeting point. Early morning, late evening, and the noon. These are the three times when the dawn and dusk meet. The day and the evening meets in the noon, and again the dusk, and like that, you have three times in the day. At these three times, 10 rounds of Nadishodhana Pranayama was advocated, followed by the Mantra Sadhana. So today we are at least trying to do it 33% of the time in the morning. And it appears that each of us anyway will do it at different time. And because we are doing it collectively, traditionally we are asked to do at least a 5-minute Nadi Shodhana. So depending on each individual's capacity, in your personal time, you can do 10 rounds because each of our lung capacity, the ability to breathe in and out is different. But the minimum required is 5 minutes of practice, which we are doing. Brahmari Pranayama, scientific study says 6.5 to 7 minutes of practice. So we do both this. We are doing all these things for what? To have an objectivity, right? Ultimately, that is why we do Sakshi Bhava or some aspects of trying to develop the ability to be a witness through the sounds which are happening naturally around us. And every time we don't need to react to the sounds around. It also includes when others talk, that is also a sound. Okay. So we can be respectfully keeping our reactions at a distance and observe it. Like the birds are chirping, you can consider those sounds. So over a period of time, the remote control of your response is within you, not with somebody outside of you. It gives you great perspective. Then we do the breath awareness because breathing happens whether we are aware or not. Sometimes there will be what do you call it, pin drop silence around you. But breathing is a natural process which will happen whether we are aware, whether we are understanding it or not. But the moment we are consciously aware of the process, remember in all these processes, the thing which can separate our practice from a mere routine, uh, ritualistic approach is we should approach this with lot of love and compassion. Because if we become better, the world becomes better. We are part of the world. There is no compulsion here. That is why you notice, even if two, three of us are there, this practice will continue. Even one person logs in, also it continues. We are not here to build numbers, but to spread awareness. With awareness, if people join, it is benefiting for all of us, for the loka itself. Okay. So that with that breath awareness, coming back to that, we become more steady. So even our elders, and when we are coached or mentored by people, we are said, take a deep breath before you respond, stabilize your thoughts, stabilize your emotions before you respond. So that is going to become natural to us because we are every day training ourselves to be aware of the breath. So it is increasing the probability. Maybe from 3 out of 10, we will become 7 out of 10 when it respect to situation and people. Becoming 10 out of 10 is a very perfect life, which is gift, which I am not sure we should be actually aiming at. We should only be aiming, today, am I able to be aware? That's it. Next comes the 9-minute process of being with yourself with the help of a mantra. Because the mind by nature can get into one of the five thought patterns as mentioned by Patanjali, the easiest way to allow the mind to be with ourselves is to hold on to a mantra, that mantra sadhana. So, one third of the time we are dedicating, it is like sharpening of the axe. Like all the processes we do is to try to be with ourselves consciously. So, the mantra sadhana gives us the ability to be with ourselves, and post that, we thank everybody right from the unmanifest divine to the divine which is manifest and it is there before us as cosmos. So, right from our parents, the presence, the deity, everybody who is, without we are aware or not, they are doing their role, right? Our Kula Devata, Grama Devata, Ishta Devata. And remember, in this yuga, without any tangible incentive, if we are able to touch the 499th day, it is mainly because of the grace of Mahaganapati. Correct? So we invoke everybody who we consciously feel are enabling us in this journey of excelling in outside world and also walking towards ourselves in the journey of self-discovery. So this is in nutshell this process. Any of you have any observations? We have at max 4 minutes. If I have missed any portion, please feel free to unmute and add. Or if you wish to share your experience, you can. Maybe it will motivate people to practice and join regularly. Yeah, Devendra.
Thank you for sharing. So it becomes even better and clearer that whatever is happening positively, the process is this, which makes us to make sure that we are at it and not missing it. And it has a brilliant effect on me for the whole year, unknowingly, because all the process is containing the growth. I'm sure now even it is even clearer that how it is so important to go for it.
Yeah, fantastic. Gururaj Rao?
Yeah, this has been a lovely experience for me. And I don't know, it has become a part of my life, I think. Every morning, I just come and sit here, and I think 3 or 4 times after you have finished the session, I was still sitting, and when I when I looked at the computer, everybody is gone. So 3 or 4 times I felt, I'm in a different world as such. So it's been fantastic experience for me, and I hope to continue, and hope many others also join us and continue with the practice as long as we can. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Yeah, Venki.
Yeah. So Krishna, I just wanted to say that the Nitya Karma that you mentioned, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I have been one of them who have been missing it. And this practice has actually motivated me, given way for me to resume that also. So now I don't get up for the 5:30 practice alone. I get up much earlier to cover other Nitya Karmas that I want to do, that I'm inculcating.
Yeah.
And I think, like others shared, even I have observed subtle change, and those subtle influences that happens subconsciously without we realizing, in the way we are doing things on a day-to-day basis, or how we respond, how we take experiences that comes to us, during the day. That subtle change is happening, which I'm glad that I'm able to continue in this process.
Superb. Thank you so much. Raghu, our one more regulars.
Hello, you are able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we're able to see and hear you.
Yeah, it's deeply motivating. I mean, to be with everybody, like Guru Raj Rao, who is very consistent, and Krishna sir, who is helping us now and then reinforcing why we are doing all these things. I read a couple of things some time back. I just want to share that how we are relating that here. So it said that there are three levels: Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Adhyatmika. So Adi Daivika, that's where we thank the grace of the divine, our belief, right? That is Adi Daivika. Adi Bhautika is the physical world. We thank everybody, right? Physical world, our parents, our cosmos, everything. Adhyatmika is experiential, spiritual. That's where everything comes down to that. Our existence is all part of what we think, what thoughts goes in our mind. So this process, this half an hour we spend, actually I can relate that we are connecting all these three levels, and I think that is driving us throughout the day, reinforcing every day. So I wish to be part of the journey as long as possible.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. There are two more doctors if you wish to share, and then Ushana Bharti ji very quickly, and then we'll close. Okay. Yeah, Bharti ji.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Most of the time, I could not join in the morning session. I practiced alone. But what I feel is when I joined in the group in the morning session along with you, I feel more effective instead of doing it alone. So I'll try to continue to join in the 5:31 session. Thank you for your motivation, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Ushana.
Namaste, everybody. Namaste, KP.
Mm.
I know it's an unusual time for me to join, but I really love joining and being part of the group. Practicing on my own is just never the same. But when I don't join, then I'm forced to practice on my own. But I try as much as possible to join at the time, and it's just it just takes me to another level when I start my day this way. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. And yes, thank you very much to Guru Raj as well, because I always, whenever you say say thanks, and we go through that whole section, I always thank you and Guru Raj first, because this would not be happening if not for the both of you.
Very right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Ushana is joining from South Africa. It's almost just 3:30 in the morning for her. And Guru Raj Rao is joining from Japan. So they both are consistent. Both are 3 hours here, 3 hours there. Okay. Okay. So thank you. And let's continue this journey. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.